Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to show you some basic information of JavaScript DOM, which is Document Object Model. So let's get started. First, here are the usage of JavaScript DOM. So where we use JavaScript DOM. So you can see we can use JavaScript DOM for adding elements in HTML pages like adding paragraph, appending dynamic content, changing text, changing style, changing background color and doing some animations, also adding some events like on button click, on form submit and much more thing we can use in JavaScript DOM. So in simple example, we can use JavaScript DOM for manipulating our web pages. So it's just like when we want to do something on HTML pages live in web pages, we use JavaScript DOM. Now let's see some practical example of JavaScript DOM. So let's get started. Now let's see some practical example of HTML DOM. So let's get started. First, open Visual Studio Code, which I show you how to install in previous tutorial. So open it, then open the project. So first closing the folder, then opening my project, previous project, which is JavaScript tutorial. Now creating a new file. So here come and click on this new file. So giving file name like JS DOM part 1 .html. So let's complete this page. Now let's create a simple HTML page. So adding HTML, then close the HTML tag, then adding head tag, then adding title, then changing title to JavaScript DOM part 1. Now adding body, then adding a simple heading text, so h1 JavaScript DOM part 1. Now let's run this page. So click on view, then open terminal and give the file name. So giving file name JS DOM. So you can see it open in browser. Now click on inspect, then open console. Now let's make it large, so it will show more bigger font. So click on Ctrl++. Now let's see first, which is document. So if I write document, you can see, if I write, you can see it's showing the whole page. So my whole page comes under document. You can see if I again select this, it shows whole pages. So my whole pages comes inside this document. Then if I do something like document.write, hello, you can see it change the text and write hello in our pages. So here if I again run document and open this, you can see it print our HTML page data. Also if I run console.log document, console.document, and here you can see it print all the property of document. So first is URL, where my file is running, it shows the URL. Then here comes other things like body, you can see which is the body of our page. This is the body. If I click on this, it shows this is the body of our web pages. Then here are lots of things like font, head tag. If I click on this head tag, this will show our head tag, but currently head tag is hidden in our pages, so we can't see head tag. Also, you can see last modification date of page. So here are lots of things in document object. So we can use this document object for do lot of things in our pages. Also, see one more thing, which is window. And you can see if I have window, it has lot of property. So you can see I already calling JavaScript methods like alert, prompt, and other functions of JavaScript. So all this exists in window object. So if I write, let's clear this. So if I write window dot alert hello JS, so you can see it works. So every function of JavaScript we use in our page like alert, location, everything which parent comes under window. So you can use anywhere like window.alert or directly alert hello. So this will work in both two conditions. Here you can see you can also use window or alert. So when you are directly calling alert means you can accessing the window object. So we don't need to access window. You can directly call alert. But in actual it's come from window. So we can see if I again run window and open this, you can see here lots of function and many things in this window. Also it exists document, and you can see document. So what I am saying, which I am using like document. So this actually come from window.document. You can see same result. So what I am saying is our parent is window, and everything we use in our JavaScript, it's come from window.function or window.any method. Or you can use any simple way like document, or you can use window. So window is our just like a global object, and we can access the property of window object. Now clear this. Now let's refresh this page and come to element, and here you can see it's showing $0. Now let's see what happens if I print $0. So console.log then $0, and you can see it's referring to body, and you can see $0, which is our body. Also add a paragraph tag here like div, then add a paragraph hello JavaScript. Now let's refresh page, again come here. Now let's see some another examples. So let's see how we can select element using JavaScript. So in previous tutorial I show you how to select element using ID, but now let's see some advanced feature how you can select elements in multiple way. So let's see first you can use, so instead of using this, come here in JavaScript and create a new file JS DOM part1.js. Now here adding window.alert hello world alert hello world, adding comment both will work. Alert is a method of window, and we can directly call it, Now let's see some other examples how you can select the element. So let's select the body. So first see query selector, so where body equal to document dot query selector. Here pass body, then print console dot log body. Now let's refresh page again. Okay, first link this page JS file in our page. So here script src equal to JS DOM part1 .js. Close the script tag. Now again come to Chrome and refresh. You can see it's working, and you can see it print the data of DOM. So in this way you can select element in HTML web pages using query selector. Also you can see return single elements when using query selector. Now let's see some more example. So do one thing, copy this div and paste multiple times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Also do one thing, install a library which format our code. So come here in extension and search pretty. Select this and you can see prettier. Shift Alt plus F. So this is the command for running this prettier plus. So install it first. So you can see it's installed. Now let's close this. Now let's format this page. So type Shift Alt F. Then configure this. So select this prettier, and you can see it's formatted. Now it look good. Now it's look good. So let's come here and you can see again, if I select where div equal to document dot query selector and select div console dot log div. Again if I refresh page, and you can see it select only single element, which is first element. So query selector select only first element and single element. Now let's see another example for selecting multiple elements. So use query selector all, return multiple elements in array. So let's see, first select body, where body array equal to document dot query selector and select all, then pass attribute, so then pass tag which is body, then print value console dot log body and array. Now let's run this file again. Now let's see again. You can see it print data in node list, which is in array format. So you can see first item is body. So if you want to access this element in body, you need to access from index 1, like Control D and pass 0. So you can see I access the element using query selector all, which accesses the first element only. Again, let's see example of div. So where div array equal to document dot query selector all, then pass div console dot log div array. Now again run the file, and you can see it return data in array format. And if I click on this, you can see it show 5 elements: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So in this way you can select all element of using query selector all. So these are the using of query selector and query selector all. Now let's see another method, which is document.getElement by ID, which I already saw in previous tutorial. So document by get element ID. So here adding one ID in div ID equal to div data ID equal to div data. Now let's see what happens if I access this. So come again, where div data equal to document dot get element by ID, then passing div underscore data in console dot log div underscore data. Again refresh page. So again, and you can see it's accessing the first element only. So here you can see both ID is div data, but it select only first element, not selecting this. So you can using ID only for selecting single element. Now let's see how you can select element by class name. So document by class name. So where div class, let's add the class. So adding class here. So adding class here, class equal to div class. Add this in all class on, add this in all div. So adding here also and here also. Now let's see, here I am adding only in 3 div. Now access this element. So document dot get elements. Here comes elements. When you access single element, it show element, but you access multiple element, you can see it show elements. So class will return data in array format, but ID will return data in single value. So you can see by class name, by tag name, by name. So I am using class name. Then pass value. So div class. Then print the value console.log div class. Again refresh page, and you can see first is div data, then second and third. Array format. So in this way you can access element using class and it return data in array. Also you can use tag name. So document by tag name. So where div tag equal to document dot get element by tag, then passing div. Now let's print the value console dot log div. Again, and here you can see, it return data in single value. So you can access single value using by tag name. Also you can see here in element what is node and what is element node. So every HTML tag in our body, you can see h1, div, paragraph, all these are known as element node. All this comes in nodes, and nodes divide into 2 parts. First is element node or second is text node. Here you can see all comes in element node. You can see node, first node is body, then second is div, and inside this P. So all this comes in node. These are called element node. Now what is text node? So if I write here hello, so this will go inside text node. If I refresh, so this is known as text node. You can see text. So these are known as text node, and here you can see div. So this is a bit difference between text node and element node. Also here you can see if I run here console dot okay here I div tag. Let's run, and you can see also it return data in array format. So I do mistake in variable name, but it return data in array format also. So you can access the HTML elements by using class name for multiple, tag name for multiple, query selector all for multiple. For single element you can use ID or query selector for accessing only single element. Now let's see one more thing. Here in div I am printing console.dir. Now let's run the page again, and here you can see it sets a property. So every element in HTML we can access in JavaScript. It has some property, and here you can see property of this div. So here are some properties for manipulating all HTML elements. Like you can see, if I want to change the text, if you want to change the content, you can use div changing HTML content. So you can use div dot inner HTML equal to new data. Now let's run, and you can see it print the value new data. So you can access the value and set the value using any HTML element. For here you can see div had the property of access key and lots of things like class name. If you want to access the class name, you can also use console.log class name. So you can print div dot class name. Now run the page. So you can see you access the value of class of this div. So it had lots of property in div. You can see here you can use anything. So I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and subscribe our channel.